Welcome to the tour of my collection. This is video 3. I'm not going to go in order. This is auto racing miscellaneous sizes, which includes trading cards. The reason I'm not going in order is because I figured, some people want to see a variety, so I'll go different times, different things. As you can see, these are in pages on binder, but they are in alphabetical order. This is C. Oops. And they're mostly NASCAR. There's E. Everybody collection F, there's Foyt, there's Drag Racer. I started putting them, I guess I started putting all in here. Back when Gordon, I actually got Gordon on TTM. Actually, one I think they're both TTM. Back early in his career, like first year, second year, something like that. But believe it or not, Jeff Gordon used to sign TTM until he got too big for it. There's Ray Irvin. Some of these I had to cut down the number of cards, like Dale Jarrett used to have a full page of, but I decided that's way too many. So I don't particularly collect any sets in here. You know, you hear about set collectors as you go to different Facebook groups and you listen to things. But I don't have any sets I'm collecting. So I just go with whatever card I think is neat. For auto racers, I try to do a card that's them, you know, like the driver without the helmet and stuff. And then one of their car, if I got one. So that's what my judgment is. Here's one I had signed just because wreck. Oh yeah, here's one. This one's signed on the back. Oh, she signed it both sides. That was one I just got recently. Drag Racer. And they do. P, I got the captain himself, won the Daytona 500, Roger Penske. His driver 1, Austin Cindric. If you watched it, you saw quite a race. Bubba Wallace, who I was rooting for. My number 1 guy is Harvick, number 2 is Bubba, and Bubba finished second. So, not bad run by Bubba Wallace. Those of you who watched the race probably heard or saw that Michael Jordan was there, and then he helped a Jet and went to the All-Star game in Cleveland. So he was a member of the Jet Set that day. He's Dick Trickle. Everybody makes fun of him for his name. Bill Venturi. As you see, some pages have some work to be done, simply because not too many drivers named V. T, that was an extra. Here's W. Got like game day type card right there. It's actually press pass, but the set they had was extra big, so I had to. You have an empty spot above it. There's 2 walls. That's the last of NASCAR. Here is Open Wheel. Open Wheel I did not put in order by the drivers. I started to, but I think I combined pages because I see Andretti's in the first page, but I also see Lindsey James. So, who knows? When I first started collecting these, I Didn't have that much open wheel, so I figured, what the heck? I'll just put them in. Then as I got more, I've just started filling pages. Because you'll see here is another Andretti, Jeff Andretti. If you watch my videos, you've probably seen a lot of those recently. There's some. Oh, here's one near and dear to my heart. There's some index cards. You got AJ Foyt, Mario Andretti, Al Unser, and AJ Foyt signing a picture. This picture was taken by my dad. He used to go to the race every year, Indy 500, and he took that picture. Now the story I have, let's see, who's this? Ward Burton, Michael Waltrip, and Kenny Bernstein. It was years when they used to show Indy 500 in prime time. Larry Morgan, Tony Bettenhausen, and Fred Lorenzen. Fred actually invited me to his house. He lives in Oak Brook, to see his championship trophy. I never did go, but I wish I would have. AJ Foyt. The Indy 500 used to be shown in prime time at 5 o'clock. Here's Larry Frank, Eddie Cheever, Ari Leyendijk, and Lou Myers, early Indy 500 winner. So my dad, when he didn't go, he used to watch it on TV. Well, me being an enterprising young man, decided, well, gee, Dad, I listened to the radio, and I'd hear it live, and I'd hear who won. Kenny Irvin lost his life racing, Roberto Guerrero, Tom Pistone, and Scott Pruitt. And so I said, for $5, I will tell you one. So I used to get $5 every year. Shirley Muldowney, who's it? Tom Sneva, and Donnie Ellison. But those days came to an end as they stopped showing it prime time and started showing it live. So let's see here. You can see this one. Oh, Kenny Herron Jr. There's another one of the deceased. Ricky Rudd and more Ricky Rudd. I got him in appearance. They were not back when they just showed show cars. They showed drivers came with them. There's Buddy Baker, and this is Scott Pruitt, Ricky Stenhouse, and then a sticker of Jim Dunn. Started using both sides because it was just easier that way. Shirley Muldowney, she's on the back. Mauricio, forgot his name. Mauricio Gugelman, open wheel racer. There he is. And on the back, a Hall of Fame card from Ned Jarrett. Came with one of the cards. One of the times I sent him cards. Racy Lacey. Lori Minton. I sent her, I did email a request to her, and she sent me a couple of calendars back when my daughters used to collect. There's Ward Burton. Here's a sticker from his Walleye Foundation. And this year's Daytona 500 dual heat winner, Chris Buescher. He won the second race. This one you've probably seen. He's got back, the Elliots. Here is Stan Barrett, and Arnie Elliott. My card. Oops. Sorry. I'm putting these in a notebook and I'm stacking. I'm like looking to stack and it's 3/4 off the table. So I was like, there's AJ Foyt. Adam Stevens, he used to be crew chief for Kyle Busch, I think he still is. and Kenny Wallace. Here's Mike Harmon, Ricky Craven, and Joe Nemechek. Here's Rex White. It's when I start collecting old NASCARs. Brian Vickers and Todd Parrott. I gotta go back to collecting older. Problem is getting the pictures. It takes me a while. Paul Goldsmith. I was worried about them passing before I get the picture. Here's Rainbow Scott, older NASCAR person. Bill Elliott. It's Red Farmer. Shauna Robinson. Humpy Wheeler. He took me a while to get. He also did the voice in Cars of one of the characters. I think it was a Cadillac. I forget who it was. This is one that I sent to Paul Goldsmith. Or actually, Paul Goldsmith, I can't remember if I sent it to him or he sent it back to me. He must have sent an extra because it's not Amazon and I always give him pictures from Amazon. But, so I decided to send it to the rest of the people. He wrote on the back who it was. So I got Paul Goldsmith, Donnie Ellison, and Bobby Ellison all signed it. The other females are Mariette Yeager and, of course, Sarah Palin. So, someday, maybe, but right now I won't get them. This is Richard Brickhouse and Jack Guthrie. There's Jeff Andretti. Unfortunately, taken from this world, cancer. Michael Altrip. Here is another Andretti, probably another year. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. Back in the night, he signed TTM. And he still signs TTM, but he wasn't as popular. It's his Busch Series cars, you can tell. Jeff Bodine. You can see the back of the other card in here. Because I put 2 cards. Kenny Wallace. 2 cards per to save room. Maybe someday I'll put them bigger. Red Farmer. Dale Earnhardt, one of the originals I got from him. I think this was from when I joined his fan club. He gave you an autograph picture. Some of these 8x10s you'll see later. You won't see the exact 8x10s, but you'll see other 8x10s. Same drivers. That's because when I expanded, I went to an 8x10 folder, binder. Ted Musgrave. Steve Park. First year of Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. Yeah, that's right. Is it? Yeah. Number 1 car. So, The King, Richard Petty, it's a retirement tour. And Ernie Irvan, he's the old driver of the M&M's car, or Kyle Busch is known for it. Here is a famous road racer, Boris Said, signed down there. Always used to be a ringer, just bring him in for road races. Another Richard Petty. Richard's such a great signer. I mean, just signs and signs and signs. Sorry. Something slid and I thought it was all my papers. I think it was. Oh man, shoot. It was August I put away. Jimmy Spencer, Mr. Excitement. And Chris Buescher. Some of these are sponsors. I think the Chris Buescher here was I worked Fifth Third Bank, got that. Here is Jimmy Means. Jimmy sent this as I sent him a card. He sent me a couple of pictures with it too. I had some of my old pictures from Amazon. I mean, this is old, 1991. So That was pretty cool. Bill Elliott. And last but not least, another older Jimmy Means picture. So there's my NASCAR set. Hope you all enjoyed it. The next one, I don't know. I would love to tell you what's next, but you know what? I think I throw them in my cabinet, because all these binders are in the same cabinet. And it used to be I used to stack them on a shelf, but now there's just too many. So they get stacked on the shelf till all the way up to the roof of the cabinet, and then the extras go up on their sides in the middle, because there's a little room for about 2 or 3 notebooks in the middle, depending on which ones I put in, and then on the outside. And I predict probably by the end of this year I'm going to have to find another spot for where they're going to go. Yeah, see, I'm looking over here because I'm putting them back, so I'm trying to match the poles. But I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will end the video here. Some people have trying to get a hold of me, per se, saying messages wherever. I mean, Instagram, there's messages. Some people found my Facebook, because Facebook is one place I do and I don't. I share in the groups somewhat. Every once in a while I share in the groups, because if you're on Facebook, you understand some of those groups, there's guys who collected for a year or 2 years. They'll look at a picture of an autograph and say, it's fake. Or, like, I think I've told the story before, but I had an autograph once, and I got in person. And I posted on a Facebook post. It was an older in-person one. I mean, I had a long time, not an older person, but I had a long time. And 2 or 3 people got on there and said, oh, this is fake, this is fake. I can tell, because this is wrong with her, that's wrong with it. And, I told them, I said, I got this in person. And one person said, I don't care, I still think it's fake. And I'm like, okay, whatever, buddy. And I looked at his past posts, and he had been in the hobby for, I think, 2 years. I'm thinking, okay, 2 years and you're an expert. So, who knows? So anyway, email address. I've started an email for this, so I will put it probably in the description. It is ttmbrian@yahoo.com. So if anybody wants to send me a message, they can. It's ttmbrian@yahoo.com. Well, that's it for me. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your day, and hopefully your mailbox will be full.